So we created this thanks page as really a page that the visitor is going to land on after they filled out the contact form. And we don't want them to necessarily stay on this page, so we're going to do what's known as a HTML timed redirect to send them back to the home page. Now, if you go into Google and you do an HTML timed redirect, look, it already comes up. Time redirect, or actually timed refresh is another way of saying it too. You'll get a couple, well, a ton of results, but let me just be clear, this is not a JavaScript redirect. This is going to be an HTML redirect. There's a couple different ways to do redirects, and you do them for different reasons. We're going to go with the most simple way because that's all that's really needed for this particular situation. So find whatever post you see that says HTML redirect, and obviously you could see in my results I kind of already have these. I've already visited these because, you know, I do a little prep before I shoot these videos. And if you dig down through whatever the thread is or the post, you'll see something of the sort that has meta HTTP equiv equals, and then it's going to say refresh, and that's the function. And then content is actually going to refer to how long it's going to take for the refresh, and the URL that you're going to redirect it to. So whenever you find the code, just copy the whole thing and then go back to your thanks page. You're going to see something similar. If you look in your thank you page, you're going to have a meta equiv tag already in there. Likely, I mean, actually, I don't want to assume that. If you use Dreamweaver, you're going to have it in there. And so what we're going to do here is actually replace that one with what we found on the web. So we don't want to have both. We want to replace it. Here we go. So now I put that in there, and there's two things we need to change. So the actual function, the refreshing function, we're going to leave. Now, in content where I have seconds over here, we're going to put down how many seconds this page is going to wait before it does the redirect. I'll say 4 seconds. Notice how there's a semicolon there, and then there's another value, semicolon, kind of reminiscent of how we do our CSS styling attributes. And next thing we have is URL equals. Now that is going to be the URL that this thing's going to go to. So I'm going to send it back to the main page, which is going to be index.html, and save it. Now keep in mind, this is a relative link, so for this redirect to properly redirect to index.html, you have to make sure that your thank you and your index are in the same folder. Because even when we upload this thing to the server, to the web server, these two pages are going to be in the same folder up there. So it's going to be totally fine. If we were to actually redirect this thing to an external site, you know, we do the whole business of http dot, you know, // and the complete URL. So now let's see what the result of this little piece of code here is. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. And it automatically redirects it to our index page.